Okay, so here's just a kind of brief overview of the paper that you'll be working on this semester with your group. Everything you need to complete this paper is found in this paper prompt. So please use this to the best of your ability. All the questions you need to answer are found here. All of the chapter content that relates to each section is described here. Um, so kind of just going through, take a look at it yourself and notice there are a lot of questions. Is a lot to go on into this paper, but that's why you're in groups and how you break that up or how you work together is the task at hand. I would recommend that everybody take part in the research. I mean, you will have to, given that it is an assignment, but don't let anybody feel like they are left alone to do any one section. It will be overwhelming. So help each other, work on it week by week together, um, edit it together, help each other create this document, and I think it'll be a lot easier. To give you a sense of why I think it actually is a bit easier than previous semesters, students had to do this by themselves. So I know if they can do it independently, you as a group can do it. So let's take a look at some of the pieces of this puzzle. Notice this week we are going to work on section 1, defining strategic groups, which you'll have some discussion of in the next lecture. And also you will be looking at the industry and market structure, which will also have a separate clip for this module. Notice section 2. This will be for the next week, correlating with our syllabus. So history and core competencies. The questions are specific that need to be answered. And if you notice down there at the bottom, you can see that that is the chapter that's associated. Okay, moving forward, section 3. Pretty large component of the paper. This is the 5 forces analysis. Again, you don't have to tackle this all at once. Week by week, you'll get the content so that you'll be able to conduct the analysis as we go forward. So far we have 3 sections. Again, pretty big component to the paper, as you might guess. Look at it, kind of just keeps going. Okay, we're still going on. All right, notice this little summary table. Anytime that you see this in the paper prompt, that means you need to have one in your paper too. Feel free to copy this as is and use it in your paper or create your own. Okay, notice that after each section, you start to see these linkage between something and something. That means it's beyond the summary. That means you're trying to link it to the whole paper, some type of narrative that makes the paper consistent and gives it some readability from one section to the next. Okay, next section. All right, so now we have 4 total sections. We're moving on to kind of what we'll call our environmental scan, and then we'll start to think about the companies as a whole and how they expand in terms of their domestic markets as well as international markets. And what do you have to do in the end? Say what you think is going to be the way forward for these firms or for this group. Tips on writing the paper. Okay, yes, it is a long paper, but you have 5 people to complete it. I know that's doable. But take your time with it. Don't wait until the very end. It will creep up on you in a way that you don't want it to. And I know you'll have other classes. Don't let this one slip till the very end. Your life will not be happy. Okay. What you need to use though is very good sources. Okay, so notice this list of sources. I find Bloomberg to be very helpful. They have a lot of articles on businesses. I've chosen firms that they discuss quite often. Um, Basically, these companies are very profitable, and so most people want to figure out why. You're going to be able to find articles about the companies that I've given you from these sources. So feel free to take a little bit more of a look at this paper prompt. And if you have any questions, please reach out and let me know.